A couple of weeks ago I did something pretty reckless and I spent a fair bit of cash and completely blind bought 6 niche fragrances while I was in bed one evening, all from the same fragrance house. And the house that I'm referring to is ETAT LIBRE D'ORANGE, who are famous for their unique and more often than not downright quirky creations. It's a brand that I have a pretty limited experience with, to be honest, so I thought I'd start this year off with a bang and give my thoughts on a different one of these every day this week, and just let you know which ones out of this bunch I will be keeping and which ones will be going straight back up on eBay for sale. But I am going to kick off this first little mini-series and take a look at the latest release from the brand, which only came out this autumn in 2022, and it's part of the premium Orange Extraordinaire collection, and this one goes by the name of Frustration. So to find out all about this one and whether or not I'm going to be keeping it, stay tuned to this episode of Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. My name's Paul and like I said in the intro, today's featured scent is Frustration from the Orange Extraordinaire collection from ETAT LIBRE D'ORANGE, which is the latest release from this house, and it came out just a couple of months ago back in the fall of 2022. It's an amber woody fragrance which is marketed as a unisex scent, but I personally think it leans more masculine, but we'll touch on that a bit later on. It's an eau de parfum concentration and it comes in just one size, which is a 100ml bottle, costing an eyebrow raising £210. And according to the official website, this one was said to be inspired by a song called Sympathy, written by an English progressive rock band from the 1970s called Rare Bird. So if you want to know more about the history of this one, then don't forget to check out the ETAT LIBRE D'ORANGE website where you can read the full story. Okay, so into the presentation, and I've got to say that you get an excellent first impression with this fragrance. The packaging and just the general way that it's presented is first class. So I've got a little bit less buyer's remorse now than I had when I first handed over my hard-earned cash. It does come in a matte white box with gold branding, and on the front is an embossed logo with the name of the fragrance, which I think looks really, really nice. And you can tell that this collection is a step up in quality compared to the usual packaging that you get from this brand. Down at the bottom is where you'll find the size and the concentration, and then around the back is the name of the house. At the top it's all gold with an embossed brand logo, and then down at the bottom is where you'll find your product information, your barcode and your batch code, which in this particular case is B22S061B. To access the bottle, you just need to hold onto this little pull tab at the side of the box, which is in the French tricolour colours. This whole front corner section is actually magnetic, so you just need to pull this corner away, which then reveals this bottle in all its splendour, which I think looks really cool. The bottle itself is a treat to the eyes, and it comes in like a translucent red colourway, and again you get this gold metal embossed logo on the front with the name of the fragrance and the house. You get a weighted gold metal cap with a logo at the top, but this does not click into place firmly at all, and in fact there's just no resistance whatsoever, so don't ever try to pick this up by the cap, otherwise it's going to end in disaster. There's a gold atomizer which is decent enough and delivers a really nice controllable fine mist of spray, and overall the presentation is really high quality, but it's just slightly let down by the cap not clicking into place, and at this price point I would have probably liked to have seen maybe a magnetic cap on this one. Okay, so into the note breakdown, and the top notes in this one are rum, cumin and cinnamon. In the heart there's vanilla essence, vanilla absolute and cistus, and in the base we've got chestnut, bourbon vetiver and vinyl guaiacol, which is basically an aroma chemical that smells like buckwheat. Yeah, so this one opens up warm and sweet, with the vanilla definitely being the most prominent note. But there's also some smoky nuttiness in here. It's just in the background, and it's coming from the roasted chestnut, which is a great note in fragrances. But you also get a mild boozy rum note and a hint of spice from the cinnamon. I don't really pick up on much in the way of the cumin note that's listed in the note breakdown, which is a bit of a relief, because cumin can come off smelling a little bit animalic and sometimes a bit like body odour, but I don't get any of that whatsoever in this one. It's a very relaxed, comforting and intoxicating fragrance that makes me think of sitting in a dimly lit, like classy, chilled out wine bar. There's been a few people that say it reminds them of By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela, but for me, I was instantly reminded of another scent from the Maison Margiela replica line, which is Jazz Club. And to my nose, without testing them side by side, I'd say that this is extremely close to the Jazz Club DNA. And right from the very first spray, I was instantly reminded of it. You get the same kind of dominant sweet creamy vanilla along with the rum note, but instead of the smokiness coming from the tobacco in Jazz Club, it comes from the chestnut in this one. And as I mentioned earlier, it is marketed as a unisex fragrance, but in my opinion it comes off way more masculine than it does feminine, and this isn't what I'd particularly enjoy smelling on a woman. As it dries down, I can definitely pick up on some of the dry grassy vetiver in the base, but the vanilla does a really good job at reining it in from becoming too earthy or too woody, and it just remains fairly sweet all the way through. This is a very smooth, refined and sophisticated fragrance with a really grown up and mature scent character. This one is best suited to the autumn and winter, and it has a definite nighttime quality about it. It's certainly not one I'd reach for to wear as a work scent or to wear casually during the day. It's a specific time and place kind of fragrance, and in my opinion it's one that would even dictate what kind of clothes I wear. This complements a smart casual look when you're wearing like a suit jacket and maybe a roll neck sweater and heading out for a date night or just a few drinks in a quiet bar. It's not a loud boozy night out with the boys kind of fragrance, and this is better suited to a more intimate chilled out atmosphere. I also see this one being worn by people in their 30s and 40s because, like I say, it does have a more grown up and sophisticated feel about it. This one starts out with a fairly powerful, strong projection, but after about an hour or so, it does start to sit a little bit closer to the skin, although you will still get plenty of pleasing wafts from it 6 or 7 hours after you've first sprayed it. Just the nature of this sweet nutty scent profile kind of means that it's never going to be an aggressive room filling fragrance, but it's definitely not a slouch, and it does perform to a satisfactory standard, and you will be able to get through a full evening without the need to reapply it. This is a gorgeous smelling fragrance that oozes class and sophistication. It's dark and elegant, and it's perfect for any relaxed evening setting. The presentation of the packaging is really high quality, and everything does feel expensive and premium. However, you can pick up a bottle of Jazz Club in the exact same size bottle for less than half the price of this one, and to my nose there's not that much of a difference in terms of the aroma that they produce, and I'd say that the Jazz Club maybe even performs a touch better. I will actually keep this one though, because I managed to pick it up with a really huge 90% discount from the All Beauty website, and I paid £114 for it, but I wouldn't have kept it if I'd have had to pay the full retail price for it. And I'd say you're better off buying Jazz Club and putting the other £100 towards a second bottle of something else. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for this first instalment of this little 6-part mini-series. But don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, to give my thoughts on another one from this house. So keep your eyes peeled to find out which one I'll be talking about. Also, if you have enjoyed the content and found this video useful in any way, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. It's always also great to hear your opinions and your own thoughts and critiques on all of the fragrances that feature on the channel, so don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So once again, thank you very much for tuning into this latest episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you soon for another one. Bye bye for now.